going on, people? It's the Xbot 448, and today, guys, I want to talk about a bit of news that seems to have kind of gone under the radar this past week, and it has to deal with virtual reality and Xbox. Now, you guys know when Project Scorpio was first kind of announced, a year before it actually came out, one of the big things that Microsoft was touting and one of the big things that developers were talking about was high-end virtual reality for the Xbox, and it is one of the reasons why this more powerful Xbox One was coming out. Well, it seems that this past week, Microsoft Xbox have done a complete 180 on the subject. Now, I ran across this article. Shout out to Predator again, man. Predator, he hits me with articles and stuff like that all the time. The dude is constantly in the gaming news, so huge shout out to Predator. He is a panel member on the next podcast, but he sent me an article from The Verge, and basically it's stating that Microsoft has completely pulled back plans to support virtual reality headsets on the Xbox. It goes on to say that there was a slow decay when it comes to Microsoft's plans to support virtual reality when it comes to Xbox One, even though it was one of the big things when they first announced Project Scorpio. And I gotta say, I'm disappointed here. I know I am not the biggest fan of virtual reality, but with PlayStation having PSVR in their headset and what they did there with that whole thing, I was actually looking towards kind of like the next console to breathe possibly new life into this form of gaming when it comes to console, and even in a broader spectrum, PC and whatnot, because the PC gaming space was really the first space to do virtual reality. So I was looking, you kind of look at the numbers when it comes to PlayStation VR. You look at how many people have the PS4 in their house, and you're looking at over 60 million consumers, and then you look at how many VR units were sold, you're looking at maybe high-end like 4 million there. And you look at when they announced Project Scorpio, they said that they weren't going to dive into VR right away, but this thing is more than capable of it, and VR is coming to Xbox One with the Xbox One X, back then known as Project Scorpio. My boy Mooch had a theory here, and this is where he said that, Microsoft did the right thing, where they didn't jump into it right away. They waited to see, kind of like what the acceptance would be, how many people would pick up a PlayStation VR or whatnot. And I guess, looking at it and looking at those numbers, you have over 60 million, but you only have 3 to 4 million that actually have a VR unit when it comes to PlayStation. Phil Spencer, Xbox, and Microsoft decided that, we're going to scrap that idea and put it on the back shelf somewhere. And I feel a little, on a small extent, I feel kind of betrayed here, because you touted this as one of your main features for your more powerful console, and then you decide you're not going to do it. I feel like Microsoft could have added something to VR gaming. When an Xbox One X, when a VR headset was put out there for that, it would show a high-end kind of like virtual reality gaming in the console space. And I know PlayStation VR does a decent job at virtual reality, but in my opinion, you can't really call that high-end. That's kind of like entry level, where with the Xbox One you would have gotten a better overall performance and experience in that space. So I'm a little upset that they decided that they were going to do a 180 on this. I don't think I don't know. I don't think that this is the end of hearing virtual reality when it comes to Xbox. We do have the next gen consoles coming right around the corner. If you look at it, 2020 is not that far away, people, and maybe this could start coming up when the new generation of consoles rolls out. I do believe that PlayStation is all in when it comes to their VR headset, but even on their side, they have advertised virtual reality and virtual reality games less and less as well. So, you know, I want to ask you guys, what do you think about this 180 when it comes to Microsoft, when it comes to Xbox? You know, going in and deciding that they're not going to do virtual reality, even though they kind of touted it as a main feature for the Xbox One X. What do you think about PlayStation not really advertising and going all in on their PlayStation VR games as well? Do you think virtual reality on consoles, do you think it's gone away? Do you think it's dying? Kind of like the autumn gameplay, you know, here on Forza Horizon 4. Do you think that it's just gonna kind of shrivel up and go with the wind? I want to know what you guys think, so hit up the comment section. Like I said, I am disappointed, but it's not the end of the world. It was something extra, in my opinion, and I don't know. I am really interested to hear what the community thinks, because, you know, this information came out last week, and we didn't really get to cover it a whole lot in a lot of podcasts and stuff like that, so I didn't get to see what the community, you know, was really thinking about this bit of news. So hit up the comment section, let me know what you think. As usual, if you like the gameplay or gameplay trailers that I'm showing right now, and if you like the topics, definitely hit that thumbs up button for me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, definitely subscribe. I do have another video that I'm planning on doing between today and Thursday, and if you don't know, I did this video on Tuesday. So showing something interesting when it comes to the game Metro and what they've been showing with gameplay with that. So if you're interested in Metro, stay tuned to my channel, because I will be coming out with a interesting video on something I'm seeing with that. But as for now, this is the Xbot 448, and I am definitely signing off.
Trying to get demons up out of me. Turn to a beast, eat your arteries. Deceasing opponents so properly. Unleashing the dark side, what got to me. We come to take this shit over.